Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. One of my nephews was here, and he was annoying me. All right, so I had to teach that boy some discipline. Pow! I Sadio Mane that boy. You know what I'm saying? I busted his lip. Pow, pow, pow. No, I'm joking. I didn't do that. But I have a very militant way of doing punishments. A very militant way. I don't do the whole beating thing because that's weird. I just deprive them of joy, and they have no choice but to obey. Anyways, boys, the weekend, the last few days have been news. Things happening. Oh, by the way, it's 4:30 p.m. for me. I know it's late. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I apologize. But please hit the like button. And yeah, man. But there's just a lot going on. I can't be early on time every single day. So, but tomorrow, I think the show should be earlier. So, Kyle Walker and Min-jae, two players Bayern are super interested in. I never had that in my mind, that we'd be looking at Kyle Walker and Min-jae. Now, Kim is an interesting one because the last show I did about Kim, I was talking about 70 million. I thought his release clause was 70 million. Nope, apparently his release clause is 47 million. So actually, not bad at all. The only problem with Kim, like I said, is probably his on-the-ball abilities, but I don't care. I think for 47 million, he is a rock at the back. And I wouldn't mind signing him. Let's go. I'm all on board. I'm just hoping it's not like 20 mil a season, because then that makes it really hard to sell him if he doesn't succeed here. I'm hoping we don't pay $1 billion a season. But the thing I read was crazy, boys. I read somewhere that my man's agent fees were like 15 mil. Bruh. Oh my gosh. Nah. I hope this is a joke. I'm hoping it's a joke here, boys. This can't be real. So the details of Bayern's offer for Min-jae: 5 million contract, 17 million year gross salary. Gee, but dog, 17 million a season. So one of our highest earners. He's up there with Gnabry, with Goretzka. 47 million release clause, only valid during the first 2 weeks of July. You know, I think a lot of players are leaving Napoli, even though they're at the top right now, because Napoli can't afford these wages. I mean, Bayern is a top 3 club in the world in terms of revenue. Profitability is another thing. We top that. We're on top. We can afford to pay these kinds of wages, especially considering Pavard is leaving, Lucas Hernandez is leaving. So the wage structure will be a little bit more balanced. So I guess we can afford it, but why? I mean, Kim's not making over 5 million a season at Napoli right now, given the fact that he left, was it Galatasaray or a Turkish club? That's for sure. He left the Turkish club. So the 17 million figure is a little bit too much. It's a huge salary boost. I was hoping for something less, like 14 mil, but whatever. The agent fee is what's crazy here. Damn, dog, that agent's making bread. And by the way, boys, that's why Alphonso Davies is coming out with these statements, not Alphonso, his agent. His agent's coming out with these statements because of agent fees. When you initiate a player's transfer, you get these abnormal agent fees. That's a high one, especially if the player's desired. Because then if you tell the agent, we'll pay you more than all the other clubs that are trying to pay you, then the agent's like, all right, fine, let's do this. I'm hoping these numbers are off by a few million. The release clause I'm fine with, 47 million. Is that as much as we paid for Upamecano? Yeah, I think. Yeah. Because when you start getting into 70 million, and you start getting into club record transfers and getting in that range, De Ligt was like 65 million plus 10 million in add-ons. Not bad at all, right? Or was it 60 million with it? The De Ligt deal wasn't terrible in terms of the overall financial package. But Kim just coming in here, 47 million is good. 26 years old, it kind of makes sense. That's what I would evaluate him if I was looking at the transfer window. By the way, Napoli, those guys are amazing at getting these short-term profits for players that barely stay there. Like Osimhen leaving Napoli would just be 2 seasons of him in Serie A, right? They got him in 2021, and my man's leaving 2 years later. And they're going to get like double their money. No, not double their money, because that would imply they make what they got him for twice. No, they get like 70 mil. So they really get a 100% return on their investment. That's amazing. So respect to Napoli. Kim was bought for like 17 mil, and they're selling him for 50 million with the release clause. That's an insane amount. And on Transfermarkt, he is 60 million. He's worth 60 million. So I actually think a deal like this, where it's just right under 50 million, makes sense. I'm hoping the wages aren't as crazy as we just saw. Overall, he's also South Korean, which means we about to get in that market, boy. Oh, man. Them Koreans go crazy for Heung-min Son. Hey, we going to have our own little nice little Korean baddie, you know? Come on. That center back. Upa can go for real. Y'all are going crazy. You guys are going crazy because Upamecano is an exceptional talent that makes a lot of mistakes, wasn't making a lot of mistakes at the beginning of this season. But I think the whole team's performances just took everyone down. Upamecano was on to something, and then he lost everything. So don't give up on Upamecano just yet. We're not selling him, so we might as well support him while he's here, because he's going to be here for a while. And I like Upamecano, man. I think his skill set can be that of an elite center back if he just focuses. Upa needs to focus. You know? Use this opportunity where no one's believing in him to come back and never cringe us out again. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Upa doesn't come back to cringe us out again. Because I'm tired of just seeing my man cook in great games. I mean, Upa would look at the games against Barcelona. That was a game where you think he should be Bazo, but he doesn't. He actually performs well against all those top-level players. And then some random game, and he's getting beaten by Kolomuani. It makes no sense. I think Upa's struggles is with fast counter-attacking players like Marcus Thuram, Kolomuani, those tall, fast black dudes. Let's be honest, they're all black. So yeah, if Upa can fix that, then it's all right. But on the other hand, we're looking at Kyle Walker. Now, it's funny because I was going to do a show yesterday and I couldn't. So the story was Bayern are close to agreeing a deal with Kyle Walker. He's close to joining Bayern. Literally. These things just happened. And now the deal's off because, well, I don't know if it's off completely, but the story from Sky Sports is that while he's flattered by Bayern's interest, Kyle Walker would prefer to stay at City and sign a new contract. City have no desire to sell him as well. Now, I don't know. This means two things. Kyle Walker wants to get a last contract at City, or maybe Bayern's demands aren't good enough. But Florian Plettenberg, I think, has been all over Kyle Walker. My man has been talking about him constantly. If you look at Florian Plettenberg's tweets, Kyle Walker, Pavard, Kyle Walker, Walker. So a lot of talks around Kyle Walker, and I don't mind Kyle. I just, I don't know. I don't know, boys. I don't know. I don't know about Kyle Walker, boys. Look, he's 33, right? If he comes in for a 2-year deal, then yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's not decided yet if Bayern will make an official offer for Kyle Walker, but Bayern is seriously considering a transfer. Depends on Pavard. So if Pavard leaves, we're gonna need a right back backup because our only right back will be Mazraoui. Oh, I never thought about that, boys. Yeah. Well, technically, Limer can play right back, and I would argue he would play it like Kyle Walker plays right back, just fast and not much else. Kyle Walker, actually, nah. Kyle Walker is a really good defender. He's very experienced, and it's very hard to just go through him. So defensively, he's really there for sure. It's just the offensive aspect of his game that I think Pep doesn't really like. I think he's just not creative, you know? He's very predictable. He's fast, yeah, true. But just super predictable at right back sometimes. 33 years old, that's another point. And we'll see. It's just Claire. Bayern want an English player, man. We're desperately looking for one for some reason. One's in the chat if you would take Kyle Walker. 2 if you wouldn't. I would if it's cheap and he comes in for a 2-year deal and he leaves for free. Yeah, if it's cheap, if it's a very manageable package in terms of finances, then yeah, I'd take a 33-year-old Kyle Walker. Only thing is, man, this window is going to be stinky. Boys, we're talking about Niklas Füllkrug. A lot of ones in the chat. We got more 2s now. My gosh, y'all don't rate this guy. Jeez. Tuchel is obsessed with English players. Yeah, he is. Which is funny because he never had that obsession at PSG. Look, I think if it wasn't for certain people in our club, we would have been bidding for Mason Mount. Mason. Yeah, please don't do that. I am not trying to see no Mason Mount at my club. Excusez-moi, bro. I'm sorry. He's dead. Bummy bowler. So look, the next thing that we're looking at is Niklas Füllkrug. Boys, we've been linked to everybody. We're like an open Wi-Fi network. Everyone's connecting. Everyone's linking. Dude, we were linked to Havertz. It was like super serious. And then, nah, we're not bidding. We're not going in for him. And now, Bayern's situation is we're looking at Niklas Füllkrug. I ain't gonna lie, man. Sorry, I don't like Füllkrug. It's his teeth, dude. It's the teeth. You know a man's teeth are messed up. Like, look, I don't have perfect teeth, but yeah, it's manageable. My smile is there. But Füllkrug, dog, oh my gosh. You know a man's messed up. His teeth are messed up when you see no pictures of him smiling because he makes an effort. Bro, you are a millionaire. Why don't you get this fixed? Why? Why do you have to look like this? My man looks like a 70-year-old that never stopped smoking cigarettes. You have looked like this for... Bro, how do you get poom poom, bro? Nah. Füllkrug, you need to chill out. Nah, I don't want Füllkrug at this club. He is an average Bundesliga striker. He's not elite. Never will be. He's 30 years old. He's a stopgap. If we sign him, then I don't think he's better than Choupo-Moting when Choupo's fully fit. So what does that tell you about Füllkrug? Not that Choupo's that bad. And no, Choupo's a decent striker. Never will be world class himself. Never has been top class in his career. He's just decent. He's good sometimes. And okay other times. He's never going to give you the terrible performances. I'm talking about Choupo-Moting. Füllkrug, on the other hand, is just mad. If we're going for Füllkrug for 20 mil, why don't we just sign Ivan Toney? Why don't we go for someone like that? We're really, truly looking for a striking option with 20 Prem goals, consistency, experience. Why don't we just go for Ivan Toney? What's the problem? I think the goal is maybe Matisse Tell starts just being used as striker. We play Tell into form, which is a stupid idea. It is not smart. That is not how you manage Matisse Tell's situation. You need to relax. Lewandowski had some comments about Kimmich. Herbert Hainer said some things to Barcelona about, using Kimmich's name in public. I think it's disrespectful what Xavi said. You shouldn't be talking about other clubs' players. Like, you don't see us talking about Gavi. That bum Gavi. I'm talking about Pedri. You don't see us talking about Pedri. Yeah, Bayern board members need to start flirting with Pedri in public. Why not? Oh, by the way, we can't get Moises Caicedo as a DM because the boy's joining Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie, it has to be the bread. There's no way a man with a brain in his head chooses Chelsea for any other reason, for any reason other than bread. He has to be getting big bread, man. It's crazy. Chelsea, didn't they spend 500 millies? How the hell are they doing this again? They're getting Caicedo. They're linked to Declan Rice. What's going on at Chelsea? Yo, I want what they have. We need that money, man. Yo, Todd, buy a stake in Bayern. If the Bundesliga ever changes from 50+1, Todd Bowley, his stupid money might just be what we need. Just that I'll spend money on anything. I'll sign anything. Anything with legs, I'll sign it. My man's just gonna end up with a team full of cows, man. 4 legs per 4 legs per player, man. Jeez. Todd will sign anything. But yeah, Arsenal look like they want Havertz, which Bayern aren't trying to pay that much money for. Florian Plettenberg said Kim Min-jae's release clause is between 50 and 70 million. I'm hoping we're paying 50. Right under that would be perfect. Because look, his value is like realistically between 50 and 60 or 50 and 70. So in my eyes, he's worth 60, 55 mil, right? Nothing above that. That's a lot of money though, man. Oh, Man United are also pushing for Kim. I think United would be more aggressive once their new owners are confirmed. So I think Manchester United are just waiting to get sold. Oh, wow. Hold on. Why aren't Glazers just selling Man United? Yo, that family got this club under hostage, man. The Glazers just said, "Nah, we're keeping y'all forever." Yeah, boys, what a weird situation. Yeah, Man United just aren't getting sold now. They could have accepted the Qataris' bid. So there's like 2 people bidding. You have Jim Ratcliffe, like a billionaire doing something. I don't know what he does. CEO of Ineos. Oh, chemical engineering. Yeah, okay. And then they got like Saudis or Qataris trying to bid, but they're not accepting the bid, man. This Jassim dude, apparently he might get the club. Yo, if another club, English club, bro, if they end up getting Manchester United and a bunch of wouldn't United just be like a team full of Habibis? Or no, England, wouldn't it just be teams full of Habibis, owned by Habibis? Yeah, man. Yeah, how we gonna compete, man? City, oil money. United, oil money. Newcastle, oil money. How do we compete against that? Vlahovic is literally the Serbian Lewandowski. Jeez. Yeah, he is glazing. He's on that meat. My man's on that meat like a dog. Just ripping it apart, man. Nah. Yo, our transfer window is gonna be a terrorist window. I'm not gonna lie, man. What we're linked to ain't it? Ain't it, man? We're about to sign some bums. Boys, I don't think we're doing what we're supposed to do. Bro, we've been monitoring Kane like my computer screens. I got monitors too. Yeah, nah. We ain't getting no Kane. So, geez, okay. Still too expensive, but desired candidates. Kolomueni, Osimhen. You know, Osimhen's or not Osimhen. Kolomueni's expense might be the thing that saves us. I'm happy about that. Wow. Nestor Arancunda just scored a nice goal. So at least we got some young players coming in. Yeah, I hope he stays in the A League. Well, why don't we make use of our connection with LAFC? We should loan him out to LAFC, let him play against Messi, the GOAT, and see what happens. Okay, but I'm looking at this. So for us, Kolomueni and Osimhen are too expensive, and I don't mind us not signing Kolomueni because he's not a striker. Unrealistic, you got Kane and Lukaku, but why the hell would we want Kane or Lukaku? Hell no. On the list, but not hot, Højlund and Ramos. It's kind of going full circle now. Back in focus, Niklas Füllkrug. Gonçalo Ramos, man, we might need to go in for him. That might be our guy. Chat. We need to sign good players. We don't just need to sign people just to sign them. That's the problem with us right now. We're just signing anyone. Oh, Real Madrid have discarded signing Kane. Nah. So those guys are going for Mbappe then. Nah. Ain't about to sign Kylian. Bayern's still working. This is from CF Bayern. Alto Belly says Bayern are still working on a big solution for the striker position. And the biggest solution is Harry Kane. Despite reports that Kane rejected a move to Bayern, Bayern still have hope. And are speaking about the Englishman. If he rejected us, then screw him. We shouldn't be signing players that rejected us. Kane is the perfect player for the solution, for the position. we need to sign the Canadian Jonathan David. See, that's what I mean by signing someone just to sign a player. No, we don't need to sign Jonathan David. Jonathan David is a good player, but he's not a striker in his purest form. Yeah, he can score goals. He's like a Leipzig player, hence why Leipzig were linked to him. Not complete at anything, but gives you everything. Yeah, he can be a complete attacker, but never going to be a complete striker or a complete attacking midfielder. He's like an Nkunku. Yeah, he's the kind of player that, if he was like a level above what he is, then yeah, of course you sign him and then figure out what you're going to do with him later. So yeah, I think we have a lot of problems at Bayern, man. Lucas leaving means Min-jae comes in. Pavard leaving means Kyle Walker comes in. If that happens, then who knows? What we need is a DM, and that has cooled down. Declan Rice going to Arsenal has stopped everything. It feels like we gotta get this done quick. Yo, Man City are really going all in for Vardio. Dang, man. Yo, they're going all in. Nah, they're about. Well, Vardio has a lot of potential, and yes, he will be one of the best center backs in the world. And I think Pep can but drill the mistakes out of him. A whole season under Pep, Vardio will make mistakes, and then 2 seasons, the mistakes get ironed out. But Leipzig are going to make City pay, man. If I was Leipzig, I mean, you have the release clause, which is 100 million next year. So just keep him, and then see what happens. But dang, isn't it crazy? You guys remember when we were talking about Vardio when he was 18 years old? He joined from Dinamo Zagreb. He was like this new player that they just signed for 18 million. And now he's like one of the best young talent center backs in the world. Leipzig are profiting big time from selling him, man. That's some big time profit. Who did RB Leipzig end up signing? I mean, they were linked to Openda. I haven't seen anything about that for a while. Oh, Jabozley, Newcastle, 67%. That's a bummy move. That bums me out. Dominic Jabozley could have been a player I would have wanted at Bayern. Instead, he's going to go die at Newcastle dude, Newcastle aren't just going to be a top 4 team. Jabozley, man. Why don't you stay at Leipzig and then move to Bayern? Because that guy, when he irons out his game, Jabozley would be so good for us. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, it looks like Louis Openda is actually getting closer. I don't know. Not a lot going on. I mean, yeah, it's June. June's about to end. Can you guys believe summer's almost over? We're like a month into summer. Winter's coming, man. I like Jonathan David. I agree he's like Nkunku, although I rate Nkunku more. Okay. Highbury's local Badger. Got it. We need a right back, 2 wingers, a striker. 2 wingers. My man wants to change the whole attack. We need Vardio. I like Vardio, okay? Vardio is like Upamecano with just a younger version and also Caucasian. We have Mazraoui, Stanisic, Limer right back, and if there is an emergency, Kimmich can play there for a few matches. That's a good point. We don't really need a right back backup. if we think about it. Frimpong, I doubt Jeremy Frimpong would leave Leverkusen to be on our bench, while Leverkusen are going to be in the Europa League, and he's also super young. Isn't he like 21? Jeremy Frimpong, 22. That kid has a lot of potential. He might end up at Man City. I don't know why he would just leave them in the middle of their thing and go anywhere else at the moment. I don't see why. So I don't think Frimpong's an option. Hello to Liam from the Bayern View. Winter felt like forever last time. It did, dude. I thought I was the only one that noticed. It only now just started like heating up. Dude, boys, I need to go out more. I always tell myself, oh, I'm going to go out and do stuff. I don't. I never do it. And then summer's over. I'm like, it's cold. I can't go out. Yeah, at least I have an excuse in the winter time. Man, I got to go out, man. Have some fun. Did you hear about Tau becoming a striker? I don't think Tau should become a starting striker because we can't sign anyone else. Say we sell Mane, Sane, Tau, Lucas, and Pavard for Mbappe. You had me locked in at Mane, Lucas, and Pavard, and then for Mbappe. I was buying it, but you ruined it with trying to sell Sane and Matisse Tau. You ruined it. You're ruining it, man. You're just ruining it. I'm a memester. I'm not gonna lie, man. Britain has some funny memes. You guys know that Chunks meme where it's like it ain't easy or something like that, and he's like sweating. Yeah, that's a hilarious meme. Fine, don't sell Tau, but sell Goretzka. Oh, see, now you're talking. Best striker for Bayern is Dusan Vlahovic. When he gets a good first touch, come talk to me. See, Dusan's not a bad player, man. It's just maybe you guys are right. You've seen I'm coping. I mean, for real though, like he ain't that bad. He's just not him. I think he's like a more scrappy version of Haaland. Haaland with less personality, maybe. That's the word for it. Because he ain't that different from Haaland. See, Haaland works in teams like Man City that create a lot of chances. But in a team like Bayern, we don't create that much. Our playing style is changing all the time because we're changing managers all the time. Vlahovic's finishing is good, though. I mean, that's his best attribute. With both feet, too. The problem is what I was saying. It's like, do you really go and spend that kind of money on him? Is he in the future? I don't know. It's whatever. I don't care. I'm saying that while watching Vlahovic highlights. Hey, maybe Allegri's just destroying these players. Okay, I would prefer Vlahovic over Kolo Muani. Like, ultimately, I think Kane is number one. Osimhen is number two. Gonçalo Ramos number three. And Vlahovic number four. And then Kolo Muani last. Or actually, Højlund and then Muani last. That's my list of preference, if that makes any sense. So if we're going for a striker, then that's the order I'd go with. If this doesn't work, then move to the second one, third option, then fourth option. But if I had a choice, I'm picking Kane. Well, I know he's like tripping and the ambition, but bro, you cannot deny that guy is talented. Also, he gives a platform to Matisse Tau because Tau knows what he's supposed to do to really succeed at Bayern. That's how I see that. Damn, highlights make anyone look like a bowler. I mean, I'm watching Vlahovic dribble and nutmeg people. Like this is a false image, bro. There's no way he's doing that in real life. Oh, okay, these are some terrible defenders. Oh, what a goal. Great finish from Vlahovic. All right, chat. He might be him. I might have misunderstood his game. Oh, another good finish from Dusan Vlahovic. Ooh, great touch from behind. Chip with the right foot. Finishing's there for sure. He might be him, man. Nah. I know my eyes do not deceive me. When I watch this guy on non-highlight reels, he ain't him. That's the thing. See, y'all gotta get good at just watching games. Because some of y'all watch highlights and that's how you judge a player. When I watch Kim, and I've watched a few Napoli games this season, like more than a few. When I see Kim play, I'm like, all right, good defender, but on the ball is super clunky. Some of y'all boys just love him already. Like, you don't know his limitations. Kim is like De Ligt with less capability on the ball. Even though De Ligt is super clunky too. I mean, he looks super clunky, but he's all right. His passing range is all right. His accuracy is good. It's funny because I was reading articles that Thomas Tuchel wanted a center back that could pass the ball and play out of the back, a good ball playing center back. So I was thinking, okay, maybe Bastoni because his long passing is good and he's Italian. And I never really imagined Kim would be in that conversation because he was kind of clunky. Kim is like Harry Maguire, but with ability. Like he walks and plays. Like what I mean by that is his running style kind of similar. And his moving style. Oh my gosh, yo, he might be him. Yo, I might have misunderstood your game. Yo, look how Vlahovic is moving, man. All right, that pass was dead. If your teammate needs to extend their whole body to receive a ball from you, then you're not really that guy. Oh no, that was a terrible touch. Look, Lewandowski literally had compilations made on his first touch. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I miss Levy, man. I miss that big game bottler, man. I miss not scoring in big games with him. Because at least we could score in other games. I think if Tao had Lewandowski to go off of, then yeah, we would cook as a team. I think if Tao had someone like Benzema, bro, we could have gotten Benzema. Imagine Benzema at this club, man. Karim Benzema. I know he's like in Arabia, but if we can afford that, if we can match the Saudis' offers, get him on a nice little 300 millis a year. Jeez, those guys just have bread for days. More bread than a French bakery. Oh, that was an interesting shot. Vlahovic has a good long shot in him. His headers are very accurate too. He's just not him. He's just not him. He's an okay. He's never going to be Lewandowski's level, like almost winning Ballon d'Ors. Bastoni is a bowler. Thomas Partey is a DM. Dude, Partey is injured half the season. What are you guys talking about? And it looks like the Saudis want him. Thomas Partey. He would fit Bayern's philosophy of signing problematic players. Hey, y'all seen that? I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys remember that story? Oh, what about Lavia? Romeo Lavia from Southampton. Get him and Thomas Partey. Yeah. See, I think if you're getting a DM that's not like an established star, you need to get two. I'd sign Paulinia and Matt Weaver. Or yeah, or Lavia and Paulinia. Like you have to get one young, one almost established. So if one doesn't work, you have a chance of the other one working. But yeah, you guys remember that story where Thomas Partey had a vacation with a chick? I think the chick was his girl or a girl he was seeing. And she was like, Thomas, you violated me. You put your pee pee in my mouth while I was sleeping. Nah, that was crazy. Nah, these stories go. Footballers are outrageous. Did she ever sue to get money? She's like, nah, don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's disgusting. Don't do it, man. Like you're a footballer. Just wake her up. That's crazy. Hey, these guys are doing outrageousness. But yeah, he is linked to leaving Arsenal, so I wouldn't call Partey a DM. I'd say he's just a really complete midfielder. I wouldn't really put him in there and say, oh, he's a DM. I think what he is just very reliable for his position. Arsenal's season fell apart when he got injured because he's so important in their midfield. Okay, but boys, why don't we just, do a nice little go to Brazil and see what's up? Like, can we not just do that, boys? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's go to Brazil, see what's up, see what they're saying out there in Brazil. See what they're saying. Let's go to Palmeiras, Palmeiras. Let's look at some 12-year-olds they got, some 19-year-olds. Let's sign the next Messi, the next R9, Ronaldinho. Dog, I can't lie, boys. Would you go to Brazil just to create some athletic babies? Create some Florentino Perez projects? Yeah, man. I'll give any Brazilian chick a green card, an American green card, if she'll give me some Brazil babies, dude. You know how much money the money would be crazy. Like at that time, I'd actually stick around for my kids because I know some of I'm gonna put them in the favelas. I'm thinking about it. It makes sense. Think about this. Think about this, guys. If you have a baby with a Brazilian woman, there's a high chance if that kid grows up in the toughest environment ever, but they're in the favelas and they play football. See, as a dad, they wouldn't know I'm their dad until like when they get successful. Because why would I tell them I'm their father? Nah, like, you better live and know that I ain't your dad. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, all I'm saying is they really, for real, not gonna know until they turn into bowlers that I'm their father. I'm kind of jealous that Leipzig have a whole Brazil team. It's only a matter of time until Leipzig start getting the next Neymars at Red Bull Braganito. It's only a matter of time. I'm jealous, man. Why can't we get a FC Bayern Brasilio? Why can't we do that? We should create some sister brother clubs. Keep it in the family inside. All right, chat. So you guys think that would be a good idea? Someone says sign Speed. I'm not gonna lie, man. That kid Speed is a weirdo. He's odd. He needs help. Actually, not. I actually used to think he had a problem, like mentally. I thought he was no. I know that sounds weird, but I legit thought this guy's he's R word. He's retarded. I thought it, but then I started realizing the kid's just he's just a businessman. He just knows how to grab attention, and it works. It works for him. So fair enough, Speed. Speed, my brother. No, I don't have any retarded genes, so we couldn't be related. No, but I actually did think Speed was. I thought he was like stupid, not even stupid, but like worse than stupid. Because like when you're barking at strangers, I, what other explanation is there for just barking at strangers? Look, if Rasmus Højlund was black, everyone would kind of see him as Marcus Thuram. But because he's a Scandinavian, everyone loves Haaland, so they think he's like the next Haaland. Let's be real here. Thuram's better than him right now. Oh, I hate to bring race into it. Am I not making a good point there? I think I'm making a good point. Oh, what a goal. I'm literally watching a player at Red Bull Bragantino. That's what I am watching right now. Yeah, I'm jealous. Leipzig's model is working, and ours isn't. Hit the like button, boys. I'm about to leave. It's been about 47 minutes of this live stream. Someone said I did. Someone says Speed is a good kid. Speed said, Aiden Ross said Speed made Ronaldo more famous. Well, I mean, certainly in the American black community, yeah. I don't think black people really knew who Ronaldo was. I mean, they might have known, but they wouldn't have known as much as they do now, right? Jeez, Arsenal fans are in my comments clowning me for talking about Declan Rice. Why are these boys like this? I get it. Like, all right, you got him over us. It's not that deep. You guys still went trophyless. These guys talk too much for a team with the amount of bums they have. Someone said no. What do you mean no? All right. Fame doesn't just mean people that know you. I'm sure everyone or most people. Actually, yeah, no, I asked somebody if they knew who Messi was, and they're like, no, because Messi moved to Miami. Because I think we were talking about Miami. Not everyone knows them, but I think what Speed did, if he didn't make him more famous, was made him more known. Like people now know, oh, Ronaldo's a player. He does the Sue. Are you gonna tell me everyone was doing the Suey after Speed did it? That's really who popularized this whole. Like Ronaldo's celebration was known, everyone knew it, but Speed just made it like a cultural thing. Now you got people suing in car parks and suing at gyms, suing on dates. So if you're gonna try to tell me Speed didn't at least make Ronaldo a little bit more famous in the US, then you're tripping. Yeah, you guys probably overestimate America's knowledge when it comes to other things in the world. Just because social media exists doesn't mean Americans still like care who Ronaldo is. But when your 11-year-old son's suing around your house, you're probably going to Google what the sue means and find out who Ronaldo is through that. That's what Speed did. He made Ronaldo more famous in the younger generation. I don't imagine a lot of young people that don't play football knew who Ronaldo was in America. If you play basketball, you grow up watching LeBron. You only watch the NBA. You don't care about Ronaldo or his Instagram. You might know, oh, there's a guy called Cristiano with 500 million on Instagram, but you don't really know what he does. You don't know who he is. So you boys are tripping if you don't think Speed did sign. All right. Who you choosing, Haaland or Mbappe? That's a stupid question because it's Kylian all day. Haaland's not on Mbappe's level. Mbappe's on and it's crazy because Kylian has a lot of holes in his game too. He's clear of Haaland, he's levels above him. If Haaland wasn't playing for teams that create chances, he wouldn't look great. Every team Haaland's been at: Salzburg, best team in their league; Dortmund, second best team in their league; City, best team in their league. Haaland needs top-level players around him to get the most out of him. If Haaland was playing in a team like an average team, like a team of bums like Arsenal, he wouldn't cook like that. He would not be cooking. I mean, he would eat for sure, but not goals. George, will Witz join us in the future? I have a feeling Florian Witz and Bayern is a destiny. Next season is important for Florian Witz. Hi, Burry, hit the like button. I appreciate that, man. Mbappe's on another level. All right, good. People in here know ball. You disagree? You think Haaland's better than Mbappe? Nah, you're tripping. Do you think we can see that Alexander Pavlovic can break into the first team if you don't buy a CDM? Interesting. Alexander Pavlovic. He started getting some first team training minutes. It doesn't mean it. He started training with the first team a couple weeks ago. Technically a couple months, because a couple weeks can mean a lot of things. Yeah, I think the goal... See, that's annoying to me because we have a lot of young players that I believe if we structured their careers correctly and didn't just loan them to Hanover and Hamburg, they might have a career ahead of them. I feel bad. We're not giving them the best strategy to mold themselves into world-class elite footballers. We have an academy which we spent millions on. We built a campus system to maximize players' potentials, and we have not created a single product out of our academy since we spent all that money. Davies doesn't count. Musiala doesn't count. So Matisse Tell certainly doesn't count. We when you buy someone and they're already like 18 or 19 or 17, they kind of got their potential is already set, if you know what I mean. I mean, the academy can improve them, but if at 18 or 19 they don't look and stand out, then you know they're not going to be anything crazy in the future. So it's easier to, I don't know, am I making sense? So our academy we are messing up bad. Pavlovic is a player that we need to attempt to keep. I look at Arjan Ibrahimovic. First of all, the value of the name Ibrahimovic and the fact that he's also an attacker is so good for us. Yet the kid doesn't play. Look, I respect what Chelsea did that one season where they just gave a bunch of young players chances. I respect what Arsenal did when they just gave a bunch of Bukayo Saka is one of the best wingers in the world. Yeah, I'll say that. And they didn't have to spend all that money on him. And look at us. We don't give young players chances. It's like we're too above that. When we're losing and drawing, you know what's crazy, chat? We had one of our worst seasons in our history as a club in decades. And we still didn't think, let's give our young players opportunities. Yeah, let's give Arjan a start. Because, all right, what if he actually performed better than Mane? And that's the crazy thing that annoys me more, chat. My man was competing against Mane and Gnabry, who sucked for the majority of the season. And the man did not play. I don't care how elite we are as a club. I don't care how much money we pay these supposed stars. what does it matter if they're not performing? And you have young players that could probably give you better performances. How many games did Mane start where we all went, Tell would do better than him? At least Tell is young. If Tell made the same mistake, then we know he's learning from it. Mane is a 30-year-old man making child mistakes. So we're not doing a good job of promoting, not even just promoting. We're okay at promoting. Like, we do really well at moving players from the youth ranks to team training, but we never give them a chance. And then the loans make no sense. Why are we loaning players to Vitesse? Look at Arsenal. They loan players to Marseille. Guendouzi and what's his name? Balogun are cooking in Ligue 1. Ligue 1. That's funny. And Vlahovic is dying in Vitesse in the Dutch league. Even though Vlahovic had all this potential. It's crazy. Our loan players should be going to nice clubs, like mid-table clubs with something in them. Look what we loaned Renato Sanchez to. I forget. Where did we loan him to? Was it Crystal Palace? No, it wasn't Crystal Palace. Like, this kid was winning Golden Boy awards like Oscar De La Hoya. He was the Golden Boy. And we loaned my mans to, hold on. Jeez. Forgot. Some of y'all boys in the chat will know. Nottingham Forest. Nah, you're joking. We did not. Swansea. Bruh. We loaned my mans to Wales. Boys, that's who we thought we were cooking. We sent Renato to Wales. And all he did on that loan was die. Why did we send him to Wales? Boys, do you know why we did that? To this day, no one has explained to me why we sent Renato Sanchez on loan to Wales. That has never been explained to me. We deserve explanations. This club deserves explanations. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we weren't even playing Gravenberch until now. Yeah. Our last youngsters that came out were Alaba and Muller. Like, in our team the most recently. I mean, yeah, Tony Kroos, yeah, those are players that count. But I mean, like, players, our most recent academy players. And that doesn't count with what I'm saying, because I'm talking about our newly renovated FC Bayern campus, which got $50 million pumped into it and nothing really to show for it. We haven't made our money back. The day we get a young player from our academy that is a team first teamer, is world class, is the next Muller, next Alaba, that's when we can go, okay, we got something cooking here. All right, boys, I'm tired. Guerrero will travel to Munich to sign his contract. Oh, Ranos is gone, boys. Didn't he go to Juve? Grand Leon Ranos. Oh, Gladbach. He's going to Gladbach. The Armenian player is going to Gladbach for free. Oh, shoot. He was at Dortmund's youth academy a few years ago. How does this... A guy with 20 goals and 13 assists in our youth academy in one season, I think is deserving of at least staying. That's what I mean. Watch him go cook it Gladbach, and then we're like, oh, maybe you should have kept him. But maybe he won't cook. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't cook at all. Maybe he's bang average. Oh, he scored a goal for Armenia? I didn't know he represented Armenia. Oh, nice, man. Grant Leon Ranos. Man, I'm annoyed, man. I'm annoyed. How could we let this happen? Dang, he scored the second goal to get Armenia to win against Wales. We should be letting anyone leave. Hoyland. I'm going live at an odd time. Oh, yeah, it is pretty late for everyone, but it is what it is. What are we going to do? I think the content today has been all right. Had some decent conversations. Things have gone quiet at Bayern regarding the search for a new striker, and that's unlikely to change anytime soon. In the past few days, a scenario has been discussed internally. That's giving Matisse Tell more game time as a striker next season. Why didn't we just do that last season? Why didn't we do that? What was the difference? We had the same team and no strikers still, so why didn't we just give him more game time? Isn't it crazy how stupid this club is, or at least the decisions from the management all the way down to the board? What do you mean? Tell deserved playtime last season. We never gave it to him because we said he wasn't experienced enough, and now we're going to put all this pressure on him to become our guy right away, and maybe Tell can handle that pressure. Who knows? It's crazy. Bayern currently have no top candidate and don't want to get into activism with a view to the excessive prices of strikers. The general opinion is instead of signing an expensive striker that not everyone is convinced of, rather give Tell his chance, maybe. Nevertheless, the striker market will continue to be diligently observed. Dusan Vlahovic, even though the interest in him is cooled, remains on the radar. Bayern also have two other options open, Gonçalo Ramos and Rasmus Højlund. Højlund ain't him, man. Y'all are tripping. Bayern are playing for time. Several clubs are looking for a striker, but have not gone into action yet. At the moment, selling clubs have the upper hand and are driving the prices up. Buying clubs are hoping prices would drop later in the window. Maybe that's a strategy. Tell is better than Kane. I mean, not as a striker right now, but I get what you mean. All right, boys, I'm out. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia and peace. I'm going to the gym. Oh, jeez, bro. My mind is discombobulated.